Evan Marshall stared at his laptop screen, watching his wife smile at a man's murmured words in a grainy video. The timestamp read 2 hours ago. Her phone's location app claimed she was at the office. She wasn't. The diner's security footage didn't lie, nor did the bank statement showing weekly charges at the same place for months. Evan's fingers shook as he reviewed the evidence he'd collected for weeks, each piece a brick in the case against the woman he'd loved for 12 years. "Sweetheart, you're back early." Nora's voice floated from the living room, smooth as venom. She stood in the hallway, wearing the necklace he'd gifted her for their 10th anniversary, one she said was too flashy for daily wear. "Traffic was light," Evan said, tucking the laptop away. "Something smells good. Your favorite lasagna." Nora kissed his cheek, her scent sharper than her usual floral choice. "My brother's coming over. And Cole, his friend. Cole, the man from the diner footage." "Great," Evan said, forcing a grin. "I'll freshen up." In the bathroom, he faced his reflection, 38, thinning hair, a slight paunch from too many takeout meals. When had he faded from his own life? The doorbell chimed. Voices filled the house. Nora's cousin, Tara, prattling about her new job, Cole's loud chuckle bouncing off the walls. Evan's sister arrived with a bakery cake she'd likely pass off as homemade. "There's our guy," she said, hugging him. "Still grinding at the shop." "Someone's got to keep the lights on," Evan replied, accepting a soda from Cole, whose eyes dodged his. Guilt, perhaps. Or arrogance. Dinner talk swirled around Evan like fog. Nora's hand grazed Cole's arm as she laughed at his stories. Tara whined about her car payments while eating Evan's food. His sister critiqued the lasagna sauce. "Evan's been pulling late shifts," Nora said, slicing her food with precision. "Auto repair doesn't stop at 5. Evan watched her for tells, a slight lip twitch when she lied, a nervous necklace tug. Both were there. "Must be nice, all that extra cash," Cole said. "New car soon." Evan had been saving for a trip to Italy, Nora's dream. Now he wondered who she'd planned to take. After dinner, Evan stepped onto the patio. Through the window, he saw Nora and Tara whispering, giggling. His phone pinged with a text from an unknown number. "Check your inbox. You deserve the truth." Attached were screenshots of a chat labeled, "Poor Evan," months of messages where Nora, Tara, and their friend Lila mocked his cluelessness, comparing him to Cole. "He thinks I'm at book club. Cole's way better in bed." The laptop slipped, hitting the deck. 12 years of marriage, reduced to gossip. "You okay?" his sister called. "Fine," Evan croaked, retrieving the device. The hidden recorder he'd planted in their bedroom had caught Nora and Cole joking about his paychecks funding their dates. Rage coiled in Evan's chest, cold and deliberate. He re-entered, smiling. "Coffee, anyone?" Next morning, Evan called in sick, his first in years, and visited attorney Laura Klein, whose ad promised fierce advocacy. "Mr. Marshall," Laura said, her gaze piercing. "What's this about?" Evan slid a USB drive across her desk. "My wife's cheating with her cousin's friend. I have proof. What are my options?" Laura reviewed the diner receipts, texts, and audio, her face impassive. "How long?" 5 months at least, Evan said, voice steady. "We own the house, but my sister co-signed the loan." "What happens to it?" "Depends," Laura said. "Kids?" "None." Nora said it was my fault. Probably lied about that too. "Joint debts?" "Just the mortgage. I pay it, plus her car loan." Laura nodded. "We file for divorce, citing infidelity. We prove your financial contributions and her deception. Your sister's stake could force a sale, splitting proceeds by input. She'd get little." Evan left with a plan, lighter than he'd felt in weeks. At home, Nora cooked again, overcompensating. "You seem better," she said, kissing him. "Took a day off," Evan replied, watching her flinch when he hugged her. That night, he accessed her tablet, passwords unchanged since their honeymoon. Emails and photos detailed her affair, including plans to siphon their savings. "He's so gullible. I'll take half and start fresh with Cole." Evan copied everything, then visited his sister, Diane. "I'm divorcing Nora," he said, showing the chats. Diane's face hardened. We put $15,000 into that house. She's not getting a dime. They agreed to demand repayment, forcing a sale. Evan opened a new account, rerouted his pay, and documented every expense. Friday, Cole came for dinner. "How's the garage?" he asked, smug. "Tiresome," Evan said, opening his laptop. "Bank records show I've paid for everything here. Nora's contributed nothing." Cole paled. "That's between you two." "Is it?" Evan whispered. "Starlight Diner, Thursdays, booth 12. Cole stammered. "I can explain." "Explain to my lawyer," Evan said. "Get out." Nora returned, frantic. "What did you tell Cole?" "The truth," Evan said, sliding divorce papers forward. "Sign them." She refused, claiming the house as hers. "My sister's calling in her $15,000. The house is sold Monday." Evan left for a motel, canceling their cards. By Tuesday, the house had offers. Evan took the highest, a $175,000 deal. Nora got nothing, still fighting the papers. Cole tried intimidation with two buddies, but Evan had tipped the police, who were watching. "It's over," Evan said. Cole backed off. At the closing, Evan walked away with $160,000. Nora wasn't there. Rumor said she was crashing with Tara. Evan visited his uncle's grave, the man who'd taught him about engines and integrity. "I changed, Uncle Roy," he said. "Maybe that's what it takes." 3 months later, Evan ran a side business helping betrayed spouses gather evidence. His phone rang constantly with clients seeking justice. One day, Tara appeared at his office, haggard. "My boyfriend's cheating," she said. "I know what I did to you was wrong, but I need help." Evan leaned back. "Tell me everything." She did, and he took the case. No upfront fee, just 20% of recovered assets. "Why help me?" she asked. "Because now you know how it feels," Evan said. Justice was his business now, and it paid well.